Hello friends, I'm here with Zdenko Juric from Buyer Choice. I'm Janna Ferstman with Remax Nova, and Zdenko came to my home. Thank you so much, Zdenko, coming and spending time with us here. We will be talking about what to expect when you hire a home inspector at the house purchase. So thank you so much, Zdenko, for coming. And we've been going back 17 years ago. When I started in real estate, I was introduced to Zdenko from Buyer's Choice, and we've been working for many, many years. We've done hundreds of inspections together, and welcome.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you for invite to your lovely home, and thank you for opportunity to do small talk about the business, what is important for your buyers and for my clients, which are also at the same time your and my clients. Uh, why is important to do home inspection and what is involved in the home inspection?
Yes, please tell us, why do people need to do the inspection and how long it takes to do the inspection?
So home inspections are very crucial in the process of buying really any type of the properties. Could be condo, could be single home, could be duplex, could be investment property, multi-units. If your clients are buying your property, any property, like I said, they really should consider do home inspections because they give him insights what they're really buying, what is maintenance they need to do. We checked many components of the homes, starting from foundation for any cracks, any movements, sidings, windows, doors, roofs, electrical, plumbing. All this stuff will be checked out. Make sure it's functional. Make sure it's safe. And also, from insurance perspective, they need to provide this information to insurance companies. So this report is also good for them for that point, but also for the long term, for the maintenance, they can keep it.
Yes, very important what you said about the insurance, because when people are purchasing and the banks are looking the mortgage, when they mortgaging the property, the banks are looking for the property insurance. So Zdenko, when you come to the property, what are you looking at and how long does it take to do the inspection?
So I would say,
for instance, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting. When you starting the inspection, for instance, on a single family home, not a condo, single family home, how long does it take to inspect the house and what are you looking at?
so the process is really, if somebody booked inspection with us, let's say 9 o'clock in the morning, we will show up at least 30 minutes before so we can do our diligence around the home first in the morning. So we checked foundation, we checked sidings, we checked the doors, windows, roof. We go on the roof if possible or if needed. But if we cannot, we also have a different equipment which we can use. Which one of them is drones, for example, so we can check the roof, decks. We also take lots of pictures. And then inside the home, when you arrive with your clients, we proceed inside. We start in the basement and we go from one level to the next level. And the last thing we look will be in the attic space. But in the meantime, we check every plug. We have open windows, check the doors, check for any structural movement, all this stuff. And then in the attic, we look for type insulation, how much, any mold, any ventilation issues, all this stuff. Everything will be recorded with the pictures, sometimes the video if need to be. And this report will be sent to your clients through your email. Process gonna take approximately 2 to 2.5 hours on site. So your clients really should consider about 2.5 hours of their time for home inspection to spend at the property. And the report will be sent to them usually same day, late in the evening or something.
So would you recommend for people to attend, the people that buying, the buyers, to attend the house inspection?
Definitely, that's my really high recommendation. Just because it's giving them opportunity to ask home inspector any questions they might have, and also give opportunity to me as a home inspector to explain to them what I see, why I'm saying, so they understand. When they're reading report, they kind of put together, oh, that's what they comment, or that's what the home inspector was telling about. Now we remember, we know why he say that, because it's one thing when you're reading report, which is lots of pictures, lots of stuff, lots of details, but if you don't really understand, the kind of making a little bit difficulties to understand the whole process, whole thing. But if they are there, we can discuss, we can talk about issues, what could be done, does need to be done anything or whatever, which is, and of course, especially the first time buyers,
Yes.
because they are really anxious, there are lots of investment for them,
Yes.
and then they give them opportunity to ask and talk about the house.
Yes. So I've seen often you arriving when I come to the home inspection. Say the inspection is at 10 o'clock in the morning. When I arrive there, you already been through the outside of the house. You're looking for any cracks in the foundation, any window problems that you see from outside the frames. You're checking everything, and then when we go in, and we usually the clients are coming at the same time when I'm arriving, and then you would go with the buyers around the property and you tell them what you found if there is any issues. Sometimes you see homes that don't have issues. How often is that, Zdenko?
Almost never.
Yes.
Every home has something, and also every home, we as a home inspector, we might, if it's, let's say, perfect home, but really does not exist except one, which is mine. Everybody thinks that way. That's why I'm just making jokes. But no, like even my home is need repairs. So we at least we're gonna find something we recommend to improve, if nothing else.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, it's every home has issues, more or less, or some consideration to repairs, or every home.
Sometimes I find that you can't see everything until someone moves into a home and start using showers and start using everything in the house. And every house has some things that you know, like I'm saying, every house is like a woman. You need to live with it for a little while until you figure it out how it works. Do you find that main thing for you to come to inspect the house, it's about the safety first?
That's correct. Well, safety, and also again, we're going to go to back first-time buyers, because first-time buyers generally don't have much knowledge of anything. So they need to know where the main water line is, where to shut the water if God forbid something happened. So they need to know that. They have to understand that. They need to be shown and tell them. They understand the electrical system, how it works, what they should touch, what they shouldn't touch, never.
Right.
You know, those kind of stuff.
You're looking at the wires, if there is any exposed wires.
Yeah. So for the safety, do they have smoke detectors? Are they working? Do they need to install one if they're not? You know. So those kind of stuff is really important again, we're going back to the first-time buyers, because I know how anxious they are, and then generally right now those younger generations people, they're in the school, then majority of those young people don't really know much about houses or maintenance and stuff, so that's what is crucial.
So mainly the inspection report, and usually I see the inspection report, it's about 60 to 80 pages. And every little detail would be on the report, and it's good for taking care of after you take a possession of the house to start working on maintenance.
That's right. Maintenance is really key to keep up the house in good shape, and eventually you will move on and you will sell it, and then if you kept the house in good shape, you're going to have really less trouble when you're selling the house.
Yes.
That's the really key. And plus your family and yourself, you enjoy. Yes.
Yes.
And,
yes. So I often say to my clients, we uh, already have an accepted offer, the inspection is mostly is for information purposes. So you know what you're purchasing, you know what to expect from the house, you know what type of heating system or electrical or plumbing, what's happening with the attic, because when I'm showing the house, we don't see the attic. I don't check appliances, but you do. And so people sometimes ask me, is this for, can I negotiate the price after the house inspection? What do you think, Zdenko? What's your job on when you inspecting the home?
So I would say like this is kind of beyond our job. Our job is really to inspect the house. We are not there to find the stuff. We are there to inspect, and if we find or discover something, we need to talk about it,
Yes.
and I will do recommendation what could be done about it. Our job is really not to to find stuff so you can get negotiation, you can get a cheaper house than you were hoping to get. That's really not home inspector business, or should not be. So I am not going in my inspection business with this approach.
Yes.
We go there to inspect the house, check it out, everything for you, provide you with report, and then you have idea what you really buying. Is anything that you don't like, and if you don't like, then you have your realtor. You guys discuss,
Yes.
and you move on. You make it steps after our inspection report. You talking to a realtor, and then you make a decision which way you're gonna proceed.
Yes.
But you don't really, I don't highly recommend that you don't think about home inspection as a way to get a cheaper house. That is not home inspector business.
Right. Yes. Thank you, Zdenko. So mainly, if you go into a home and you see that there is some problem with electrical, it's maybe the wires that the insurance companies, because it's all about also safety and insurance companies. What do you do? Do you recommend? Are you specializing in? Are you a licensed electrician?
No. We checked. We cannot. No, I myself or any home inspector should not perform any repairs. First of all, even if he is electrician, he should not do any repairs after his finding. We are there to investigate, have a look, check it out, and if we find some stuff which need to be checked out by professional, then we do recommend further evaluation,
Yes.
which could be a plumber, could be electrician, could be carpenter, could be structural engineer.
Yes.
All depends what is the reason that we recommend and who you will recommend. It's all specific for the item. But we as the home inspectors, if home inspector find the stuff and tell you, oh, I can fix that, no, that's not a good sign.
Right, yes. So can you tell me a little bit about the home inspector and qualifications? Because people ask me, they sometimes first-time home buyers, they think that home inspector is an engineer, he's a plumber, he's an electrician, and he can check everything in the house. Can you please tell us about, is a license, do you have an insurance, what is home inspector in Nova Scotia today? We in Nova Scotia, Halifax, so we're talking about Nova Scotia regulations.
Yeah, so that's a great question, Janna.
Yes.
In Nova Scotia, there is no regulations.
No regulations.
No regulations. Only in Canada, it's only 2 provinces who have regulations for the home inspection business.
Yes.
One of them is BC and Alberta. The rest of the country, there is no regulations. So anybody can call himself and can perform home inspections. There is nothing that you can legally tell somebody you cannot do it. And there is no minimum, there is no maximum regulation, there is none.
Wow.
So we as a company, as a Buyer's Choice Home Company, we started here in Nova Scotia, and I'm the first franchisor for the in this company. I started business in 2007, and I bought first franchise 2007, and and I'm working since then. And even in that back days, we did a first yet we did courses. We also carry error emission insurance. We cannot operate without one of them. And of course, I performed so far myself over 9,000 home inspections, which give you lots of experience and knowledge about structure homes. And again, I saw so many homes, but it's always something when your next property coming up,
Yes.
I might come across and you question yourself, I never saw that before. So what is it? Why somebody did that?
Yes.
Why would do that? But that's it's hard to understand why people do different stuff. But when you're looking for home inspector, look for credentials. Check the Google. Check
Yes.
with your friends.
Yes.
Check with your neighbors. Check with your realtor. Of course, realtor is gonna give you a couple names. You can check it out and ask around. But make sure that the people you or home inspector you bring to do this job for you has experience, has a proper tool to do jobs
Yes.
like infrared camera, radon gas tester,
Yes.
all this stuff. Mold remediation, maybe some home inspector do mold remediations or mold inspectors, some don't. Ask when you talk to them, ask them what they do, what equipment do they using, how long in the business, do they have insurance? You definitely should ask. Don't assume they do have.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much because it's very important for people to know. So Buyer's Choice, is it an American company or Canadian?
Canadian.
Canadian company.
Started here in Bedford, Nova Scotia.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. First time I'm learning for myself.
Yeah, I started in Bedford. Yeah.
Yes. So, and you first of the franchisee.
That's right.
Yeah. And so you do have it's do you have a team or how does it work? Because I know you have other people working with Bar Choice in Halifax.
Yeah, I do have a team. So right now I have two more team members who are working as a home inspectors
Yes.
in my business. We're working together. Yeah,
Yes.
and yeah.
Wow, this is wonderful. Zdenko, thank you so much. If you have any questions for a home inspector, please write down under the video. We will provide the information how to reach Zdenko and how to find. You can Google name Zdenko Juric at Buyer's Choice, and it will pop up the company. I know Zdenko has lots of Google reviews. Been in business for a long time, 18 years now.
Yeah.
And going strong. And I know to book Zdenko, you have to book him at least a week in advance to have a good inspector to inspect one of the biggest purchases in your life. So thank you, and I hope to invite you again in the future so we can talk more about home inspections. Thank you.
Thank you, Janna. Appreciate it. Thank you.